every season. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way, Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my cotters. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the L.A. Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start with the option. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Here's Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of blocking him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Willis. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ready.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Field, black. White, white.
Throwing on 2nd down, Thompson Robinson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chargers at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. Third down here. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Michael Pittman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Drop 50, drop 50.
From the gun, here's Willis. This is Fant on the short completion. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Go, Lee, go. Ready.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And one more time, here's Kirk. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Swift going to try up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Ready.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's 3rd and 10.
70 range, 70 range. Go.
Again, Willis to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's on his way, Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Going right back to Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Willis to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
On 1st down, Thompson-Robinson. That's complete. It's Charles. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Thompson-Robinson now. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Peters. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Mixon again, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Yellow. Ready, set.
3rd and goal, Thompson-Robinson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Get it. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
On first down, Willis. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Willis. And that's going to be caught downfield by Pham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Play action. Here's Willis. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Cam Smith. Breaks through the contact. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Thompson Robinson now. And it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Thompson Robinson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Willis. Oh, he had him. He was was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this returnable for Hines. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Red, cycle. Ready?
First and 10, Thompson Robinson to throw. It's caught to Charles. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Set.
Throw left side, complete. That's Charles. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Cluster, 6.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Ready up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
The DTR going to throw it here. Under pressure, they got him again. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Okay, ready.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This is Fant on the short completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Willis' throw caught by Gray. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Swift. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Let's go. Let's go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Willis going to try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and they can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Willis got to have this one. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Thompson Robinson off of play action. Able to shake him off. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Thompson Robinson. Throw left side, complete. That's Charles. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They go play action with Willis. That one deep for London. It got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Drake London, 88 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 23, here's the second down and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing's pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Willis looking to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 18, Pioneer.
Now Willis to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Willis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Willis. Eluding the pressure right. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Come on. Set. Let's go.
They'll run with Swift, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Commanders get a bit closer. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Willis will try and throw for this. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
3rd and 1. Here's Thompson Robinson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, Frank.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And once more, it's Thompson Robinson. Over the middle, complete. It's Charles. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray. Touchdown! Danny Gray, 34 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Willis to throw.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught to Charles. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Black shot. Steel, black. Let's go. Go set. Ready.
Thompson Robinson now. And that one too wide and incomplete. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit, because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for LA, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our